right, coming at you with another quick hit. Lord willing, this is edifying. And we can't stay within this truth. You know what? You're going to learn. We're going to learn. We can't remain in the comfort zone. Okay? We cannot remain in the comfort zone. When you're in the comfort zone, let's be real. How do you feel when you're too comfortable? Weak. Not manly. You don't feel manly. Right? And so this is when you're in the comfort zone. So the best thing to do is challenge ourselves and get ourselves out of that comfort zone. Because one may say, well, I'm just going to do my videos and go here. Bro, you need to come with new routines, do different things. That's how you grow within this truth. That's how Yahweh Shai puts us through different scenarios so we can grow. We don't really want to be on the same level as you were from 2 years to 4 years, 5 years, and you're just on the same level. Nothing has changed. Because you're not willing to step out. And I'm not getting on the brothers because it's not for me to say. But you know how certain brothers, they would just do camp for weekend camp? Then the rest of their videos would just be like, yeah, in their cars. I'm not against that because brothers, remember, they have jobs, they have to work and so forth. That's different. But have you ever thought at the time of going out? When you come back from work and doing a video outside, bro, we can do more. There's no excuses. We can do more. But you're only going to do more if Yahweh Shai inspires you to do more. Right? So we're going to go to Ecclesiasticus. The Lord doesn't want us to... how we grow is by applying the scriptures. Not just that. Excuse me just a minute. And by being a doer of the words and not staying in the same place all the time. Okay? Not staying in the same place all the flipping time. Because you're going to get bored. Right? And that's a negative pattern. And the devil's going to seek you out. Because you're just doing the same thing. Change up the routine. Go different places. That's why from time to time, I don't stay in the same place. Because if you stay in the same place, the devil's going to know that. If it walk here, you have to be wise. And you want to grow. Flow with the Spirit. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 33 and 9. A man that have travelled knoweth many things. Knoweth many things. Because he's travelled. He's a travelled man. And that's why, bro, I don't go anywhere without my backpack. My backpack comes everywhere with me. Everywhere. A man that have travelled knoweth many things. You talk to different people. Right? Different areas. Different people. Different associations. Communicate. You go to different areas. You know there's different like spirits in different areas. So it says, a man that have travelled knoweth many things, and he that have much experience will declare wisdom. Much, not little. You can still declare wisdom with little experience, but with much experience, you can declare more wisdom. Tried out. That's what experience means. You're tried out. You're battle tested. You've been around the block. And not just the block. You've been many places. Now I can say, look, I've been all around London now. All around London. Met different people. Dealt with different matters. Bro, that's experience. And also out of London. Okay. So a man that have travelled have much experience, tried out, tested. Right? And it is about experience. Not staying in the same place. Now, if you wanna teach in the same park for 5 years, now the elect are the elect anyway. The elect are elect. But if you want to stay in the same park for 5 years or spot in Yahweh Shai was traveling. It said from city to city, from town to town, from village to village. Right? And preaching the gospel. Different people, Capernaum, Lystra, Corinth, Athens, Paul, they were traveling. So that's what we're supposed to be doing. Traveling, spreading the gospel. And I've heard men talk about, oh, well, you don't really want to go to the hoods. I'm not really going to tell a man not to go to the hood. You go where the right place where Yahweh Shai sends you, because it's down to Yahweh Shai. It's not up to you. He sends you there. He sent them out 2 by 2. This is a thing of the spirit. But he that have travelled is full of prudence. He that have no experience knoweth little, but he that have travelled is full of prudence. Prudent. Wisdom. Sagesse. Discernment. Because he knows how certain areas, you may go to a certain area. He knows how that certain area operates. You also have to know that. When you go to a certain area, you have to know how the area operates. When I travelled, I saw many things. I understood more than I can express. Like some of the things that I don't even mention. I was oftentimes in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. And the spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. Whoso feareth the Lord shall not fear nor be afraid, for he is his hope. So, this is the thing. When you're out there doing what you're doing, when you're growing, the Lord's going to put you through situations, but he's going to put you through a situation that you can grow from as well. You can't just be stuck in one place. Now, the enemy, the adversary, he wants you stuck in one place. Because if you're stuck in one place and you go to another place, you go to the same place, then the devil can form a pattern through that. Okay? He commands us to grow to the best of our ability. Not be stagnant. And the scriptures do say in John 3, yeah, the spirit is like the wind. But that's the spirit. So the spirit is not just one way. The spirit, it maneuvers. Right? Because the spirit is dealing with your mind, right? So you're going to have different topics, but also you're going to move with wisdom. Yeah, the spirit is like the wind. Right? You cannot tell whence it bloweth. That's how it is within this truth. See what else we got. Is there anything else? Hold on, I'm just thinking of different precepts concerning growing. I'll go to James. Let's go to James, Baba Kishore. And yeah, there's a lot of things I need to work on. I've written, bro, a lot of things, man. Examining myself. Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm falling short upon when it comes to the flesh, and I definitely need to work upon that proper. Let's go to James. Baba Kishore, we're going to go to James 1 and jump straight to verse 21. Wherefore, laying apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, receive with meekness the engrafted word which is able to save your souls. But be doers of the words, and not hearers only. It says, be ye doers of the word, and not just hearers only. Deceiving your own selves. It's not good enough sometimes just to be a hearer. Because then you're just deceiving yourselves. And I hear people, I hear you. I hear people say that all the time. I hear you. I'm on the same level as you. No, you're not on the same level. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, but deceiving your own selves. Right? Deceiving your own self. So you don't want to be deceiving yourself. You don't want to be deceiving yourself. But that's what happens when you're not a doer, when you don't apply. Anyone could put on the camera and just speak. You've got millions of Christians on TV that go out there, but it's the Holy Spirit really dealing with them. Right? You have to really do this thing, you know. And it says, but be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any man be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man beholding his natural face in a glass. The natural man. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. But whoso looketh into the perfect liberty of the law and continue therein, being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deeds. That's how you're blessed in your deeds. Right? That's how you're blessing your deeds. By doing. See, another perp, another stalker, maybe. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about all that stuff. That's something I need to grow up on. That's going to be another lesson. I realize as well, yeah, I have been distracted. But that's another lesson. See, we learn things about ourselves. We learn things about ourselves. I learn things about myself, you know what I'm saying? But bear me just a minute. So, that's part of growing in this truth as well. Let me go to Peter's. Yeah, we're being stalked by demons, but so what? Try not to focus on that too much. That's another lesson for another time. Remember, the Lord's in control. Always remember that. The Lord Jehovah Shai is in control. Let's go to Peter's. 1 Peter's 1 and 2. Wherefore, laying aside all malice. This is the problem. Our people didn't put off the old man. And all guile, and all hypocrisies and envies and evil speakings as newborn babes. Desire the sincere milk of the word that you may grow thereby. Got to desire the sincere milk that you may grow thereby. Alright? So it also starts with milk. That's how you grow. So there's nothing wrong with going to, some men call it basics, which none of the scriptures are basic. Because there's people that go to church and what you would call the basic scriptures, they don't understand it. I say foundational. The milk's foundational scriptures. That's what you build upon. So there's nothing going back to what you would call the basics, the foundational scriptures. Nothing's wrong with that. So what's wrong with doing a lesson about the image of Yahweh Shai? Because I've said this before, you got men that were coming to the truth and they ain't got one video. One video on Yahweh Shai's image. Right? They ain't got one video. They ain't got one video on who the Lord came from, what nation the Lord came. One video upon that. But they want to go into all this deep stuff and Corinthians and this. That takes time. You have to start by the basics first. Okay. The things, right, it's the foundational scriptures first. And Yahweh Shai gives clues. He said, learn of me. You learn of Yahweh Shai first. Then, because you're learning of him, he said, I will sup with thee. You get built up. Because you're learning of him. You're not just trying to shoot up the ladder. And that's why a lot of men come into the truth with the wrong ulterior motives. And they just want to shoot up. Oh yeah, I know this. I got precept. I got a precept. Then you ask them, break down the precept, please. And they can't break it down, or they're and ahhing, or they start winging it. Because certain men never came in the right way. That's why it's all about growing. And I'm telling you, over time, you start to see it. The Lord will sup with you. You start going to this precept, going to that precept, going to this precept, going to that. It's like a puzzle. Right? Oh, I never knew this was in there. I never knew that was in there. I never knew that was here. And you see how it all links up. Okay? That's how the scriptures are. But that's the Lord supping with you. When you're going from precept to precept, line upon line, here a little, that's the Lord supping with you. And that's how you're growing. And you're like, oh my, now you're getting a full understanding, because now you're linking up the precepts and they add up, they match. Right? That's where you get your understanding. The understanding don't just come from reading something. Right? The understanding don't just come from reading, because you have, like I said, you have millions of people that read the Bible, but they don't understand it. Alright? So with this, I hope this was edifying in some way. And we can't grow by being comfortable, too comfortable. The scripture says in Micah 2 and 10, arise and depart, for this is not our rest. Because it will destroy you. This is not our rest. This is not our rest. For it will destroy you with a sword, destruction, sword. So if you're comfortable here, complacency is very dangerous. Complacency is very dangerous. We have to keep going. We have to keep moving. We have to keep staying spiritual and pray for Yahushua to guide our steps. Please guide my Yahushua. Please guide my steps in righteousness. Yahushua, please guide my steps in truth. All right. So Lord willing, I'm going to shut off here and to the next one. Shalom.